He does pay us every time we say auteur. So if you hear it a couple of more times, you understand the reason why.
Guys, this is like one of my all-time favorite subgenres. In the immortal words of Brad Pitt, killing Nazis. How much of the appeal was just? I mean, obviously it's much deeper than that, and this is a true story. There's history being retold.
Phillips, I have a mission I want you to lead.
But be honest, like on the surface, how much is that the appeal of this movie for you guys?
I think he puts it really fantastically. I mean, there's only two things in life that we love, like killing most of, and that's zombies and Nazis. And so we got the Nazis down. But I think the draw really was. I mean, we're all Brits actually, so to be able to delve into kind of the history and to realize that there was a group of very young men who went out on their own on this tiny boat to, you know, the hinge of Africa and like undertook a mission like this that had such detriment to the cause. I mean, it baffles me to sort of think that they actually went out and did what we kind of make it a little bigger on screen, but like it's true to life.
Yeah.
Not really genuinely, not to undermine any of that. I do genuinely agree with you. When you hear Guy Ritchie and you're killing Nazis in a Guy Ritchie movie, you say yes with a lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah. And I mean, we stole Till Schweiger from Inglourious Bastards. So.
Well, yeah, Alex, what do you think? Is this Guy Ritchie's Inglourious Bastards? What do you think? I've heard that comparison.
I mean, you can always compare any movie to another movie, and Quentin is an auteur in his own right and does incredible with what he does. But I mean, I'm British, and I mean, we're in a Guy Ritchie movie. It's his world, it's his universe, and I think what he does with this, you know, very sensitive subject is he makes it fun for audiences, and I think that's what's key. Is we want to be entertained, you know.
Yeah. Thank you, Sergeant. What's the plan?
How is working on a Guy Ritchie movie like different from any other set that you guys have worked on?
Where do we start?
Yeah, I think the spontaneity. I think there's like an amazing ability that Guy has, that he brings together this band of brothers and kind of creates this very fresh outlook on the way that you act. I mean, you walk on set and you are, I won't say making it up as you're going along, but you are collaborating. You're coming together and figuring out a scene as you go, and that really brings a different view and perception on the way that you kind of working, you know.
And we always pretty much start the day off with kind of a powwow at the top of the morning, where we all sit around and Guy's like, right, these are the lines. You take this one, da 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 da. It's like, how do we make it better? He's always continuously asking, like, how do we, as a group, make this better? We all give suggestions. Sometimes they're not great. Sometimes they make it in the movie. But it's the fact that we have a voice, and that's sometimes quite rare, especially with an auteur like Guy. So we're so lucky.
He does pay us every time we say auteur. So if you hear it a couple of more times, you understand the reason why.
Yes. Interviewers too. I mean, he's a total auteur.
Totally auteur.
And there's like a darkly comedic aspect to the movie as well, like that you feel from like the opening minutes, and like it's Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson are like doing this thing where they're kind of giggling before they're about to kill Nazis, and it's like this through line throughout the movie. Like, how much did those guys sort of like set the tone when it came to the comedic aspect?
I think Alan always I suppose a taint of what we wanted it to be, and I think
but Alan comes from comedy.
Yeah.
You have to remember that Alan was an incredibly comedic actor before he became this ginormous action star. But I think that the tone of the film is set by Guy. You know, we are all in his world, and then you know you have Henry, who, you know, in one of my favourite performances of his from Man from U.N.C.L.E., brings this very strange quirkiness to the character that kind of sets a tone for the rest of us to understand what world we're in.
I would say I mean, everyone's obviously great in their own right, but yeah, Alan, I think you're right. I think generally speaking, it is easy to, you know, just struggle to see the genius beyond this massive hunk of a guy. But he is so quick, he's so witty, his delivery is so. You're right, his comedic talent is second to none, and he's a genius. He's very.
I think one of Guy's directions to Cavs was, you know, kill Nazis, but have fun doing it.
Yeah.
You know, so it kind of sums it up.
It's very good.
And there's a fun fact about this movie that we learned that Henry Cavill's character was the inspiration for James Bond. I'm going to segue here. There's a lot of rumors going around about the casting, but Henry, what has it been like for you to watch like this fan swelling? There were so many people that wanted you to play James Bond.
To be in any conversation like that is amazing. But I think, you know, going back to what you said, you know, Ian Fleming sort of plays a small role in a Ministry, but Gus Phillips, like Captain Gus Phillips, was the true inspiration. That him and many of these very brave men who completed these missions, who went behind enemy lines, they all inspired the sort of the Bond stuff. So in essence, I think I'm more excited to sort of see the true kind of core of where all those stories kind of stem from. And
You're saying this is a franchise. This could be a franchise.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, it should be. It's great.
We hope so.
Yeah, well, you guys all killed it. So big congrats.
Thank you.
Talk to
Thank
you
you
guys.
so much.
Thank you very much.